everyone, and welcome to the Big House. This massive crowd assembled here today to cheer on the Wolverines, already chanting, "Go Blue." And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools, to play in games like this. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the third-ranked team, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Notre Dame will kick it off to get us underway. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So Michigan's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Here we go. You can feel the juice in this building. What a privilege, Kirk, to be part of this rivalry game.
Well, there's nothing like rivalry games. You know, no matter what you've done all year, you get your opportunity to win this game today, and it can change everything.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with third down and long.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And remember, the last time these rivals met, Kirk, these guys dropped the hammer. It got ugly.
And, Chris, don't underestimate the mental anguish that can put on a team. It's important that this defense plays well and tries to get the ball back to their own offense to give them a chance to build their confidence up.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Brought down that crosses midfield to the 46.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
Got it. Third down coming up after that running play. Makes a quick grab. Finds room at the 30. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, Wolverines. Strong game by this quarterback. Well, that is a dream start for the offense. What an opening possession.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to kind of get settled into a game. These guys didn't really wait at all. They had a script. They knew exactly how to attack the defense, and it works out.
And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Return starts from inside the 5. And the returner steps out at the 16-yard line. So Notre Dame's offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. Well, a wide receiver, Kirk, this dangerous, who lines up all over the place. Can the linebackers step up and help out the secondary enough today?
Yeah, usually you see these matchups, the slot receiver has a big advantage. But I'll tell you, this linebacker is an excellent athlete, but the wide receiver he's covering today will pose a textbook challenge to see if he can truly cover.
And looking to throw now on first down. Receiver makes the catch. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Out of the gun now on third down. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack. This middle linebacker can play all over the field. That's how they bring him in the blitz, and he gets home.
Yeah, usually you think of this middle linebacker, he's kind of a sideline-to-sideline player defending the run, but here the timing and the instincts as a blitzer coming right through the middle of that offensive line, and he gets to the quarterback.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Not much on that play, brought down short.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And on the carry, he's heading left. And they'll stop him after a short gain. Well, Kirk, you played in rivalry games. No shortage of inspiration, but how do you manage the emotion of it all?
Well, I think you need great leadership from the team. Sometimes teams don't handle the emotions of it, and the game can get sideways on you. The teams that play the best in rivalry games are the teams that have the best leaders to keep them focused on the task at hand.
The shotgun running play call. And that game will pick up a first down and move the football to the 36.
I love this unconventional call by the offense coordinator. 3rd and medium, a lot of times you're thinking about throwing the football, but instead they're able to run the ball with great execution, and they pick up the first down.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Here's a screen pass to the running back. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is a solid gain for a first down.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game, being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. It's a quick grab. And he's down right there, but it's enough for a first down.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that's so demoralizing for a defense, especially for those star players who don't sub out as much. By the fourth quarter, really starts to wear you out.
They'll try to run it with the option. Pitches to the back. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Return begins inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. He's got it for a big gain. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
What a great throw here and an even better catch by this Notre Dame wide receiver. And Chris, let's be honest. If Notre Dame's going to become this top 5 team, this consistent brand, this is where they've got to make their biggest strides. The ability to make plays downfield and have the speed to be able to play with the big boys in college football.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Getting set. Here's second down. They'll hand it off. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
On third down, he drops to throw. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up fourth down now. And the punt team now on to kick it away. Returner tackled right there. That's what will start the drive. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. And some big plays through the air have been a big part of the story so far. These receivers have shown up today. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And now the running back's got it again. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass falls incomplete. The Wolverines will line up to boot it away. That's the first punt today for the offense. Fair catch made at the 35. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Handoff to the back. Fighting off the defender. Tackle made after just a short gain.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
They're going to run it. Gets into space at the 50. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Fires it on the move. And he's got it. Touchdown, Irish.
Well, perfectly thrown football here, and this quarterback's got to be fired up. That's his first passing touchdown of the season. Here's the first of hopefully many more for this young man.
With the extra point, they're down 14-7 now. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Forced to punt last time, trying to add points, build the lead right here. The back's got it. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that previous play. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And tackled after a small pickup there. The Wolverines will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. A bullet, but it's incomplete. Brings up 4th down. And the Wolverines will line up to kick it away. On he comes for his second punt of the game. Oh, and he's got some space here. Jukes to get past a man. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And now they'll run it on the draw. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Handing off on the draw play. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Pressure is coming. The freshman's able to get home with a sack.
He just felt that one coming. Third down and long. Those defensive linemen are in that sprinter stance. They know the offense is going to have to throw. Great job of using that athletic ability and speed to get after the quarterback to come up with that sack.
And the punt heads out of bounds, taking the dangerous returner out of play here. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. And here's the handoff. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run
maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. And that's now going to bring up third down. See if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle made at the 41. That's first down yardage.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Looking to throw it on first down. The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Looking to chuck it again. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down. The Wolverines bring their punt team onto the field. Son to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? And the first play of the drive now, they're backed up at the 12-yard line. On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. Two backs now flanking the quarterback. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Stiff arms the man. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, I don't think the defense had any clue that the screen was being called. They're getting upfield, getting pressure on the quarterback, and that ball gets dumped. There's no one left to be able to slow him down from getting a big gain.
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Great cut. They whiff on him. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, another first down run for Notre Dame. And, man, they have such great history of running the football over the years. I know you know that, Chris, but not just the backs. You think of those offensive linemen they've had in South Bend. Just what a tradition and something I know they're very proud of.
And the back gets the football. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Junior steps up and makes an impact play. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9. The Wolverines hustle to the line to run the hurry up. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Looking for a deep completion. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down. And the Wolverines will bring their punt team onto the field. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. And he's going to get run out of bounds after a small pickup on the return. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Misses the receiver, incomplete.
Yeah, I'm surprised he dropped the ball here. This tight end is known for his hands. The ball's put on the money. Somehow it just goes through his arms.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Quick catch over the middle. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Not able to connect. Incomplete.
Oh, man. For him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
So check it out. Here comes the field goal team. They are a long way out, putting a lot of trust in the kicker here. He missed it. And after the miss, still down by 7. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. Running back has it on a screen now. And they're finally able to stop him. A great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there. 1st down and 10. Here comes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Receivers are bunched together. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Defense is coming after him. Running out of time in the pocket. That is an enormous loss. It's going to be tough to recover from that on this drive.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Guys, think of all the legendary players who've been a part of this game. And we have a few more vying for that status so far today in an always emotional showdown between the Fighting Irish and the Maize and Blue. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that, let's send it back to our guys in the booth to see how the fight between Michigan and Notre Dame plays out.
All right, Kevin, thank you for the update. The Wolverines will kick it. In the second half. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. Opening tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Well, defending this guy, you need more than one defender. You really got to stress rallying to the football because this guy can make people miss.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. So after the incompletion, it's second down. They'll try the option play here. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
The punt team making their way on the field. On the kick now for the 5th time today. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
He hands it off from the gun. He's brought down, but the gain moves the ball to the 39.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Finding some room at the 25. Heads out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. This running game has been strong today. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
The gain is 3 yards, brings up a second down and 7.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off, and at least picked up some positive yards.
Caught quickly. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position. The Wolverines come to the line with first and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Coming up, second down and goal. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Third and goal. Try to make it on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. PHC is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Pass is caught.
It's a small gain by the fullback, but nice to see him and his hand make a play.
Short completion there, second down coming up. Some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
They'll try to run for the first down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. On the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. first down. Looking to throw the football. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage. And the Wolverines looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Snags a quick throw. The first down pickup tackled at the 45. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. The Wolverines begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. Of course, a fastball, but it's intercepted. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball to 44.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Just outstanding combination of quickness and strength here by this Michigan defensive lineman. Makes me think of Aiden Hutchinson, who of course played here recently. Going back to guys like Rashawn Gary, Lamar Woodley, Frank Clark. Great tradition of Michigan defensive linemen on full display right now.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Running back grabs it on a screen. Good job of the defense to fight through the blocks on that screen. He's short of the first down marker. Punt team ready to boot it away. Ball lands at the 5. It doesn't check up. Bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's past the 35. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? Touchdown, Michigan. No chance to catch him.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, results in quick and positive results.
And the PAT is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Ball handed to the running back. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Let's check out this running back comparison. These guys have been excellent, pounding away and seemingly only getting stronger. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's a short completion to the tight end. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Well, 4th quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
And he's got his man open downfield. That's a huge gain. Stop finally made at the 43.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He lets it go on the move. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line.
Now the offense is taking advantage of the defense kind of sitting back with this lead. That's back-to-back plays of big yards. You know, it's a bend-but-don't-break mentality from this defense, but they might want to reevaluate because this offense is moving the ball too quickly down the field.
Notre Dame has moved now into the red zone. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Makes a quick catch. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
It's a small gain, but look who they threw the football to. The fullback. Nice to see him get his opportunities.
Short completion, a third down play coming up. Quarterback's got it on the option. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. A running play called on fourth down. Good enough for first down yardage.
Boy, that is some determination by this offense here. Picking up a new set of downs on the run. The call works out perfectly. You just needed 2 yards. You pick it up. And now you've got another chance at points.
Runner finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
One man to the backfield, and he'll get the football. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Chris, I just don't know about short gains like this, especially keeping the ball on the ground. The clock keeps moving. They need points on that scoreboard in a hurry. Got to throw the football. You cannot afford to allow this clock to keep ticking.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Now the try here for the extra point.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Receiver makes the catch.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
They're going to run it here. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
First down here for this offense. They'll feed the back again. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
They'll work the clock here with their running game. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
And he'll drop back here on third down. But they can't make the connection. Falls incomplete. The Wolverines will have to punt this one away. On to kick now for the 5th time today. And And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. And looking to throw now on first down. Looks left and finds his target there. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
Escapes the pocket. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going. And we've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. What a job to lay out and make the catch. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Looking to throw it on first down. Bringing pressure. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely.
He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack. They get to the line in a hurry here for this 3rd down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He's running out of time here. Just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And it's a touchdown, but there is a marker on the field. Easy choice to decline the pass interference call, and the touchdown stands. And now they'll set up for the point after. And the point after gets them within a touchdown, 28-21. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Can they play keep away here? Just protect this lead in the final 2 minutes. Outstanding field position to begin this drive. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Takes the handoff again. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So a good W here. Their season is up and running. The goal was to be 1-0, but also, Kirk, we got a chance to see what this team is capable of when they play their best.
I completely agree with you, Chris. I was definitely impressed with this performance. We'll just have to see how far this team can really go.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.